Hello, welcome to another edition of the Counter Press with me, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. It's a pleasure to have you on here. This is a post-match analysis of Chelsea's, general preseason games that have gone on, how Chelsea have played, where Chelsea have come from, and exactly this last match against Dortmund. Chelsea played in a 1-1 draw. Goals for Maris Wolf, Dortmund, and then Chelsea's young star from Cobham also making it 1-1 generally. So thank you very much again. Please do well to like, subscribe, and share. It's very important. So that once there is any other updates, you get to have it first. Do what to like, subscribe, and share. Tap on the notification button. Do what to like, subscribe, and share. Tap on the notification button. The notification button is very important, very, very important, so that once a video drops, you are first to have it, first to watch, and then first to get fresh analysis from us here on the Counter Press on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. So thank you very much. So the preseason has ended, and I made a tweet a while ago saying that Chelsea has gone through preseason unbeaten. Make whatever you want of that information. I'm not so much interested in the scorelines. I'm very much interested in performance, and that's why I need this tactical analysis. But then, first of all, just before we go into the game proper, Chelsea went into the US of A in that US store. First of all, played a preparatory game against Wrexham, won by 5-0. An exciting game of football that saw the likes of Jackson, Cesare Casadre, Andre Santos, Kani Chukwuemeka, Ian Matheson, and almost everybody that played in the team. It was a good game. Then Chelsea went on to play another game, first game in the opening series in the summer series of the English Premier League. And that was a 4-3 win against Brighton and Hove Albion. Another exciting game, another game where Chelsea really showed impetus. You saw the physical state of the team, the pressing ability, the aggression with and without the ball, the love to win the ball back and transit and create enough chances. It was in this game that we saw how exciting Ian Matheson can be from central areas as a CM or even as a right winger, and generally how versatile he is as a midfielder. Again, right after that game, Chelsea went ahead to play against Newcastle and then drew 1-1. Yes, goals from Nicolas Jackson and then Miguel Almiron made it 1-1 in that game. And then the final game against Fulham in the summer series, Chelsea did win by 2-0. First goal from deputy captain Thiago Silva from a set piece, and then Chelsea went on to carry that trophy. Yes, that isn't a kind of trophy that Chelsea wants, but it's a performance. Now tonight, Chelsea just finished its final game in the USA tour against Edin Terzic's Dortmund side, and it's a draw. First off, and a stalemate of a first half, but in the second half is when the game actually did show that Chelsea could do a whole lot of things. Chelsea showed properly that there were a lot of things to be done. They played good football. They ended 1-1. But let me start like this. So, in this game, and I think that this is going to be the possible lineup against Liverpool, barring any last-minute changes. First of all, definitely going to be Kepa Arrizabalaga in post. Whilst Kepa is in post, it means you are going to get Reece James possibly, Thiago Silva and then Levi Cole definitely are going to be the two centre-back pairs to start the season, and then Benjamin Chilwell. But then there's an asterisk with James. I think that if you watch Malaga stock, he came on and played very well, very positionally disciplined, defensive one throughout was exciting. There were a lot of comments that he was going to be so good defensively, but he has shown in this summer series and in this preseason that he's an excellent player of the ball, and then also very good in terms of decision making. His defensive position has also been excellent. He wins a lot of duels, and I think exciting amongst them was that game against Brighton and Hove Albion, where he literally won that individual battle against Kuro Mitoma, and he showed exactly why he's a top player in that regard. Now, in the middle of the pack, Chelsea definitely are still chasing Moises Caicedo. He has told people that he wants out of Brighton and Hove Albion, but Chelsea haven't gotten him, and they would have to be patient. So today, instead of the regular double pivot, it was a single pivot of Conor Gallagher. You see, there are a lot of unpopular opinions about Conor Gallagher, popular opinions about Conor Gallagher. But I'll tell you this unpopular opinion: Conor Gallagher is good for his sheer determination and aggression, and then his physical state. His physical levels are up there. His contributions to the team is one of the best. It's one of the reasons why a lot of the times when managers come in, whilst he's not the most flamboyant midfielder that you get, whilst he's not the best technical midfielder that you get, he's exciting in terms of how committed, how aggressive he is, and then how his physical levels are up there. And because of his physical levels, Chelsea were able to play in that very good 3-2 phase of ball progression. Benjamin Chilwell was the deepest in this game at the beginning of the game, especially after Nkunku did get injured. So Levi Colwill, Thiago Silva, then Reece James, and then Benjamin Chilwell did a very good job at opening up and giving Kepa a lot of options. I think I need to commend Kepa Arrizabalaga. Yes, there are some issues and he's not perfect with distribution, but this game really saw a very good improvement in terms of Kepa distribution, playing out on the back, finding very, very good options, especially from fullbacks. It was something that he did very well this season, and he will need it. So when you're going to play against Liverpool, the Georgian pressing is going to come. Now you need your goalkeeper to find your fullbacks and your free man very, very well. There was a time where he played long and Thiago Silva turned to him and said, hey, you know what? You need to be confident in me. Find me, give me those passes because it's very integral. You don't want to go long and then possession will create a lot of chances against us. You don't want that at all as a goalkeeper. Now, Conor Gallagher was so good in receiving of those balls. In a low 6, he was very aggressive. He received the ball. He was also very good. In fact, the technical part of this game is how good he was in possession and how secure he was in possession. And it was difficult for him to be robbed of the ball. And again, once he received the ball, he was able to find very, very good passing options to progress the ball. And it was just Conor Gallagher in that number 6 show. Whilst on top of him was Enzo Fernandez and then Kani Chukwuemeka, playing as seemingly number 8, but Enzo Fernandez playing more like a box-to-box midfielder, attacking the 18-yard box, and he made some very, very good last-minute runs. Albeit his defensive contribution is not the best, but then Kani Chukwuemeka is very good in terms of receiving the ball in half spaces. He is our new Kovacic, sort of, not as good as Kovacic, but then very good press resistance player, very good carrier of the ball. He's good in terms of dribbling and he's able to take on players, but really he has issues in terms of chance creation, and I think that's why I will go for Ian Matheson as an central attacking midfielder if you're playing Nkunku from outside. Then I'll get to that tactical breakdown later. But on the wings also, it means that we had Raheem Sterling, Nkunku, and then of course Nicolas Jackson leading the attack. Nkunku's combination with Nicolas Jackson was brilliant, and that led to Chelsea's first chance. And we are going to go and watch the highlights very soon, but then it was so good. The combination in tight spaces, the hold-up play, the link-up play, the finding of those depth touches, the give and goes have been very good between Nkunku and then Nicolas Jackson. Yes, he went down injured. There was a seemingly possible knee injury, but there's an update for you, and that's why you are here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Do all to like, subscribe, and share. Turn on the notification bell so that once a video comes, you get it.
Thank you, man.
The update is that Nkunku was seen at full time, working on the pitch with Chelsea.
Thank you, man.
He is fine, and that is the video for you showing over there. And that is how Nkunku is. He told the fans that he's okay. There's nothing wrong with him, and that's some good news for Chelsea Football Club. So Nkunku's combination play with Nicolas Jackson was brilliant. He played very well with him, combined very well with him, had some very good depth touches. And Nicolas Jackson, brilliant player, holding up the ball from central areas, carrying the ball forward, finding options, dribbles. There were times where Kepa went long, and he didn't go long to go for a big bulky centre forward because Chelsea don't have. He went long and he went straight to the feet of Nicolas Jackson. I've told you he's a 2-feet receiver of the ball in central areas. When they are congested, when they are not congested, when you want somebody to hold up the ball and go straight to his feet, he's able to have that depth touch, control, and turn and find options. When Nkunku went up, there was Mihailo Modric that did come on, and I think I need to commend the young Ukrainian. Mitchell was brilliant, and I think his confidence has really gone a notch higher in terms of that brilliance display of Chelsea Football Club when he came taking on players. But because Mitchell likes to be high and wide on that wing like Benjamin Chilwell. Now anytime Mitchell comes on, it means that Chilwell has to come inverted. So I don't think it's ideal tactically playing Benjamin Chilwell and then Mihailo Modric in the same game starting at the same time. Except that Benjamin Chilwell wants to take up the inverted fullback role, then that is good. Then Reece is not going to invert, he will keep the way. But if you are playing Benjamin Chilwell, ideally it means that Marco Correa will come on because Correa likes to come inverted naturally. Whilst Mitchell naturally have to have the touchline and take players one-on-one. And there was a good combination play also, which is also in the highlight for you, over there. Very, very good football from Chelsea Football Club in America. Played extensively. control large parts of the game. And it was the counter press that me excited. The physical levels, first of all, from Mauricio Pochettino has been very, very good. His son, Sebastian Pochettino, has done a wonderful job at making sure the boys are in a very, very good physical state. They press, they counter press, they win the balls. Yes, the referee did not allow the game flow, but then constantly they were in the faces of Dortmund, and then they push them, win those balls, and then once they win the balls, it is the most important part of that winning of the ball or the counter press is how you translate into attack, and it's beautiful. From defense, once you win the ball into attack, is a good one. Chelsea had very good counter-attacking plays, very good openings, but then of course there was a chance that was missed by Nicholas Jackson when Nkunku went down. Raheem Sterling also saved. Generally, the principles are there. 3-2 phase of ball progression. Kepa is supposed to be a good distributor of the ball. He hasn't been that, but he needs to develop. He needs to find his fullbacks, and you can see today that there were a lot of options for him in fullback from the James Benjamin, Malo Gusto, and Marco Correa when they came. Also in central areas, Konogala looks like he's going to walk into that team and patronize the Fernandez until Moises Caicedo comes in. He's a good receptor of the ball. He looks so well. His physical levels are so up. In a game where Chelsea need to shut up shop and be very compact, you can play Conor Gallagher, Moises Caicedo, and then Enzo Fernandez, because that gives you that solidity and cohesion in the middle of the park. Also, the aggression and the ability to win the ball from the cognitive perspective and also from the physical, combative, and aggressive perspective in all of those areas. That midfield gives you that. Again, if you're able to get something like that, it's able to afford Enzo Fernandez the luxury of time, the luxury of pushing forward and creating, adding to Nkunku in central areas, adding to Jan Martin in central areas, adding to Kani Chukwuemeka in central areas when they play. Now, there are a few issues, however. The fact that Chelsea weren't able to break down Dortmund from wide areas. I think that with our overlaps, they were good, but there were a lot of issues in terms of combination play of winger and then fullback. Chelsea really did not have it, and I think that with time that's going to come. That's why Mauricio Pochettino changed the two fullbacks, brought on two fullbacks to see how their dynamism can bring about some changes to the game. Well, it did lead to that goal, and I think that Mihailo Mudryk was brilliant. Again, it's in the highlights, and then you go on and you watch how Chelsea played excitingly. I have some problems. I think, first of all, my first problem with Chelsea Football Club is the fact that Raheem Sterling up till now is still not developing. Like, he has been shambolic throughout preseason, and I don't know why. Really, if that conspiracy theory that Qatar, Saudi Arabia had some stake in Chelsea were true, maybe he would be in Saudi Arabia by now. Maybe he would have been holding the jersey of Al Ali or Al Hilal or any of those teams in Saudi Arabia in either Jeddah or thereabouts. But I mean, or Riyadh. But there you have it. He's still in the team. He needs to improve. And I like it when Mauricio Pochettino did say in his post-match press conference that it's about disciplines. I was showing that you deserve to start, not just being a senior player. And we'll see how that pans out in that game against Liverpool. I mean, 2 weeks Sunday. The next Sunday from this one, and we'll see how that pans out. Again, I have problems with Marco Correa. When he wants to stay wide, he's not exciting. He still hasn't really gotten it, and I think that I'm beginning to accept the reports that Marco Correa may leave Chelsea Football Club because really he didn't show so much that he wanted to show. Yes, I need to add the fact that I don't think that Tyler Adams should get into this team. He's good, but then the main priority is Moise Caicedo, and she still remain Moise Caicedo. If you can't get Moise Caicedo, that is why Andre Santos is in there. You don't need to waste money on Tyler Adams. You've bought in Leslie Igochukwu. You give him a chance to play. He's an ideal player. He can play in that role very well. Yes, I think that Malo Gusto deserves to start in the game against Liverpool against James. I think that there's a wonderful center defensive partnership between Thiago Silva and Levi Cowell. Beautiful combination. Two of the best manipulators of the press, two of the best passers of the ball and line breaking pass from deep areas. And Levi Cowell was brilliant at that. He did about 3 or 4 of them, break the lines through central areas and find Chelsea players to progress the ball. It's a good one. Yes, there's supposed to be an upgrade of Kepa. He hasn't come. I just hope that Chelsea's goalkeeper experience. Now there are 3 top goalkeeper experience at Chelsea. They really need to work on his ball playing skills and his sweeping abilities. But apart from that, I think it was an all-in-all exciting preseason at Chelsea Football Club. The first time Chelsea have gone unbeaten in preseason since Andres Villas-Boas's era. It's been 13 goals scored, 5 goals conceded. Winning 3 games, drawing 2, unbeaten. Good game of football all through the US of A. Now bring on the Premier League. Come on, Chelsea. Thank you very much for joining me on the Counter Press. It's another exciting edition. I'm privileged. Thank you for always watching. Do want to subscribe to the channel, turn the notification button, and then let's talk football in the Fiifi-Manfred fan pages. It's going to be in the description below. See you.